Okay, so we have an ellipse and we're asked to write an equation and we're given the vertices and foci and it's in graph form. So the first thing we need to do is to find the centre. So we need to find the centre, and to do this we can take our points, the coordinates. We have 0, 9 and 0, -9. So we could use the midpoint formula. So we need to add our x1 and x2 coordinate together and divide by 2, and our y1 and y2 coordinate together. So if we do that, so we'll have 0 plus 0 divided by 2, and then we'll have 9 plus -9 divided by 2. So 9 minus 9 divided by 2, so this is going to be 0. So our centre is going to be here at 0, 0. Okay, so the next we need to do is find the A value. So the A value is going to be the length. So if we have a look at our axis here, this is going to be our major axis. So this is the major, and this is on the Y. So it's vertical, and X is going to be with, A squared is going to be with Y squared. So to find A, so we're going to look at distance. So we've got the distance here. So we're going to have to use the distance formula. So the distance formula, so this is where we're going to find the distance between our coordinates. So that's x2 minus x1 squared and y2 minus y1 squared. So we can substitute in these values. So let's have 0, 9 as x1 and y1, and then 0 minus 9 as x2 and y2. So we're going to substitute in the values. So we have 0 minus 0, which is squared, and then we're going to add minus 9, and it's going to be minus plus 9 squared. So we've got the root of 0. So minus 9 is 18. So this is going to be plus 18 squared. And if we take the root of 18 squared, it's just going to give us 18. So the distance is going to be 18 units. So this is going to tell us that 2A. So 2A is 18. So A, if we divide by 2, is going to be 9. So we can see that from 0 to our vertices that this is 9. And then our A squared will be 81. So now we're going to have a look at, we've got our focus, so we're going to find C. So we need to find our C value. So this is from the center to the focus. So if we take this point here to this point here, which is 0, 7, we've got the distance between, so we've got 0 minus 7 and 0, 0. So we could use the distance formula again. Or from our graph, we can see that from 0 to minus 7, so if we look at our y, so our y values, the distance between minus 7 and 0 is 7. So our value for C is 7, so C squared will be 49. Now to find B, so if we're going to find B, we're going to find B squared. We need to use the formula. So C squared is equal to A squared, and it's going to be minus B squared. So substituting in these values, so we've got 49 is equal to A squared, which is 81, minus B squared. And now if I add B squared to both sides, and minus 49 from both sides, so I'm literally switching these over, I'll have 81 minus 49. So B squared is going to be equal to 32. Now we've got vertical, and we said that y squared is with a squared. So our equation is going to be y squared over a, and a is 81, and then it's going to be plus x squared, which is over b squared, and b squared is 32, and it's going to be equal to 1.